Hi lovelies, I'm Ariel and this is Maven Unmasked and welcome to my favorite spiritual witchy woo-woo books video. All of these I've used in my own practice, in my own development, whether it be just learning more about spirituality, the paranormal, supernatural, the other side, my mediumship, my intuition, my psychic development. These have been used in some way, shape, or form in that journey. So I'm not going to go like deeply into all of them, but I know some of you have asked about what books I have in my spiritual library. So these are just a few. So the first one I want to talk about is the Encyclopedia of Ghosts and Spirits by Rosemary Ellen Guiley. Rest in peace, Rosemary Ellen Guiley. I first learned about her by listening to Darkness Radio. If any of you listened to that podcast back when it was called Darkness Radio, now it's called Beyond the Darkness with Dave Schrader and Tim Dennis. I listened to literally every single episode of Darkness Radio and became obsessed. And Rosemary Ellen Guiley, I don't remember if she was their first guest, but she was definitely one of the first and came on the show for years and years and years. And I just fell in love with her. She died earlier this year. And I had gone on a trip to the beach and had wanted to stop at a little like used bookstore on the side of the road. I think it was in Delaware or some like where up there. And I found this and I was so excited. So that's how I got this one. It was definitely in the beginning of my spiritual journey. Maybe did this come from Puerto Rico? I don't know. I just found a tag on the inside. I never really paid any attention. But there is a Puerto Rico sticker in here and iontherainforest.org. So maybe I'm supposed to give that a shout out. I don't know. But learning about different spirits, learning about different paranormal creatures, anything that came up, anything that I wanted to look up, different places, she's just phenomenal. And I wish, we are lucky to have had her on the earth at the same time we have been on the earth. So thank you, Rosemary Ellen Guiley. Different poltergeists, superstitions concerning mirrors, like I said, the Myrtles Plantation. Oh, if any of you have ever been to the Myrtles Plantation, let me know, because I want to go. But just, she's got that in here, different hauntings, oh my God, necromancy, this is just a great reference book. If you're interested in the paranormal, spirits, the supernatural in any kind of way, I recommend just having this at your disposal. I got it in case I encountered anything I wanted to learn more about. But I just feel so lucky and blessed to have found this and have this book. So that is book number 1. So in keeping, I guess we'll kind of like do it by theme. So let's start with books about like the weird, spiritual, spooky, creepy things out there. So here's that. The next one I have, and this has so many tabs in it, so you can see it has been well loved and well used. This is the Encyclopedia of Spirits by Judika Isles. Okay, big, thick reference book. So again, similar to the one that Rosemary Ellen Guiley did. Okay, she gives the origin of the spirit, sacred plants, sacred creatures, times, offerings associated with them, what they are, known for, how to work with them. You've got the different kind of ladies. So there's the lady in white, the green lady, the gray lady. So she's got those in here. She's got Hecate in here, or Hecate, however you want to say her name, because everybody says it different. Hera, Hermes, deities. It's just anything you want to look up, more than likely, it's in here somewhere. So just like Marie Laveau is in here. So really great book. Highly recommend it. I have loved and used it well. I have so many pages dog-eared. Just so much. Persephone is in here. Persephone. Again, however you want to say it. Don't judge. Pele. Just Great, great reference book to have in your library. Okay, and then I have another one by her as well. The Encyclopedia of 5,000 Spells. Now, some of these I like. Some of them I'm just kind of like, eh. I may take a little bit from it and kind of make it my own. But it's definitely a good place to start, a great place to start if you want to have some kind of, you know, spell work in your life and learning about them. It's got tips, so I'm in the healing spell section, so it's tips for healing spells. It's in alphabetical order. I mean, there's literally something in here for everything. Deer's Eye Charm, Blue Eye Bead spells, Peppermint Distance healing spells, Job's Tears distance healing spells, Cat's Eye Invisibility, Bay Leaf Opal spell, Dandelion Love Letter, different washes, Heartbreak and Disappointment spells, love spells. I mean, there's a turmeric spell, Stop Opposition Incense. Just different kind of candle magic and charm magic. If any of you work with Lilith, there's some Lilith spells in here. So, I mean, you know, spirit summoning spells. The list just goes on and on. Most of them are short and sweet. So they're not super long or anything. In the back, there is some planetary correspondences, astrological correspondences, numbers and their meanings to kind of help you further along. And then if there's something in specific or something specific you're looking for, there's a fabulous index as well to help you find it. So it is the ultimate reference book for the magical arts. Definitely love this one in my library as well. Okay, so I think that's all my like spell books. Let's go into some tarot books. And I'll be honest, I taught myself to read tarot. I didn't really use any of these books. I have them. I think the only one I ever really kind of used was this one for a little bit. I believe it has like workbook and exercises and stuff. This is Tarot 101 by Kim Hudgens. People highly recommend this book, which is why I got it. I definitely think it could be a great resource, a great reference. Again, that's why I got it. It talks about using reversals, different exercises. It goes into different types of readings, the different cards and their meanings. You know, how to work with the tarot. So Tarot 101, I definitely think if you would like to take the more scholarly approach in learning tarot, I think this would be a great addition, as well as this. This is by Mary Kay Greer, Tarot for Yourself. Okay. This is definitely a classic. It's got some workbooks in here. You know, typical learning how to do the Celtic cross. I don't read in the traditional sense, but I definitely, again, think these reference books are great to have for your learning and your development. That just wasn't my path, but I did give them a try. I just wasn't called to them. Again, Around the Tarot in 78 Days. This is another one that came highly recommended to me, so I'm going to recommend it to you. So it goes into, you know, each day for 78 days, you have a tarot card, okay, and the lesson of that card. So I opened to day 34, the Six of Cups, imagining childhood wishes and the creation of memory. It goes into the resonances, the numerology, the astrology, quick connections, affirmation, meditation. It goes through the narrative, some, you know, how, if it's paired with other cards, what that may mean, the card in your life in your reading, how to connect to the card, keywords, etc. So this is Around the Tarot in 78 Days. But I definitely think it's got some spreads in here that these books are always a great reference, always a great place to start your tarot journey. Okay? So that is tarot books. Now, this is one of the first books I ever got in my collection, and, you know, developing spiritually and wanting to develop my mediumship and become a medium and all of that. I got this. Huge, right? Alrighty, the Clairvoyance for Psychic Empowerment, okay? I did a lot of research and came across this one, and it's a mammoth. It's very, as you see, I have 1,000,001 things, tabbed in here. So many pages, dog-eared. Definitely a great place to start. I think I learned scrying by, working with this book. I think that was one of the first things I ever got, trying to, work with my clairvoyance and open my third eye. I got a scrying mirror and would do exercises from this book with my scrying mirror. But I definitely think this is a great tool to have in your spiritual library. It says 89 programs and procedures to develop clairvoyance and psychic abilities, eliminate past life baggage, develop paranormal skills. There's dream interpretation, symbols for psychic empowerment, develop mediumship skills, remote viewing and map dowsing, out-of-body experiences. I mean, it's got so much information in here. So definitely check this one out. Okay, I also got this one. This is fun and cute. Again, it's tabbed. Oh, I got all this stuff in here. Okay. But The Essential Guide to Psychic Powers. It's colorful. It's fun. I think it's just a really short reference book. They've got this quiz in here about, sections about your aura, reading your aura. Does your aura need strengthening? How to nurture your aura. Dowsing, 3 divination methods, numerology, psychometry, crystals, I Ching, automatic writing, shamanism, hypnosis, altered states, out of bodies, astral travel, power animals, spirit guides and ascended masters, ghosts and spirits. It's a great, quick little information reference book. There's questionnaires, tests, and exercises to find and grow your psychic powers, divination techniques, etc. So, fun little read. Okay, I also got these two, again, the millions of tabs, Intuition for Beginners and Psychic Development for Beginners. I did work with this one quite a bit. This one, not as much. Or no, maybe I take that back because it is dog-eared to heck, and I just don't remember. But lots and lots of dog-eared pages in this one as well. So again, wanting to develop and work with your intuition more. This is Intuition for Beginners by Diane Brandon. And this is Psychic Development for Beginners by William W. Hewitt. Oh, excuse me. Some water here. But I do remember I carried this with me everywhere and worked with it a lot. There's tons of exercises. I had a lot of fun with it. It talks about psychic protection in here, working with your 5 senses, altered states of consciousness, clairvoyance, which I really spent a lot of time with because that was like my main goal, was really developing my clairvoyance. Highly recommend this one. Very helpful to me, at least. Okay, I've also got Your Psychic Self here by Melissa Alvarez. I bookmarked some pages. It does have some good information in here. I don't think I worked with it too much. I did work with it. But this one is how to identify signs of psychic intuition and experiences, how to protect yourself from negative influences, practice exercises and techniques to develop your abilities in everyday life, and types of intuitive communication and spirit beings with whom you can connect. Okay. So, again, just another great one to have in your reference library. Types of readers, readings, and spirit beings. Types of abilities and psychic experiences, subtle signs of intuition. So I think this one just helped me gain some clarity. This is a great one. This is a great one too. Develop Your Psychic Skills by Enid Hoffman and The Psychic Workshop by Kim Chesney. These are really great if you want to take a deeper dive and look into psychic development. There was a ton of great information in this one. I really enjoyed it. It just made sense to me. I remember carrying this one around for quite a bit, learning to work with a pendulum with this book, mantras, clairvoyant exercises, how your intuition just works, the mechanics of it. So, you know, mind over matter, that kind of stuff, the psychic workshop. And then develop your psychic skills. This one has so many exercises, you guys, if I remember correctly about this one. I really wanted to do a more in-depth study with this. I just didn't have the time at the time, but I remember seeing, like, I would go to my metaphysical shop in my area, and I would always come back to this, and I'm like, you just need to get this book. And I think I saw it at Barnes and Noble or something, because I used to just go and just spend hours in the metaphysical section. And I kept coming back to this one, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it. And I meant to, like, go through the entire thing and work through the entire thing, and I just didn't. But I definitely think that this one would come in handy for you. There's a section on psychics, mediums, and guides, psychic skills at work, psychic development, your beliefs in your psychic development, training your projective skills, your perceptive skills, learning about states of consciousness and how we perceive things. Definitely think this is great to have in your reference library as well. And then finally, I have Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. Got this one a couple years ago. I think it's just a great, quick reference guide. You want to look up something or feel called to something and want to figure out what are its properties. I think this is just a real easy, quick reference for those things. So, myrrh, it gives you the folk name, the gender, the planet, the element, the deities, the powers, the ritual uses, the magical uses. So again, highly recommend this. But I hope you all have found this helpful. I do have more books in my library. These were just the ones I was called to show you and thought that they may be supportive of you and your spiritual journey. What are some of your favorite books in your spiritual library? Please leave them in a comment below. Which of these are you most excited about getting or reading, or that you're thinking about working with, or have you worked with any of these and didn't like it? Leave a comment below and let me know. Again, please also leave a comment. Just, you know, what other videos would you like to see me make? What would you like to see more of here on the channel? But I'm Ariel, and this has been Maven Unmasked with my favorite spiritual witchy woo books in my reference library. Take care, lovelies. Bye. Happy reading.